Melissa.
Thanks for joining us. Today we're doing our May 2015 pickups video. We've got some new stuff here, some used stuff, and we've got some stuff from garage sales. Actually, Melissa had a bit of success. Oh, it was a rummage sale.
Rummage sale.
Not technically
a rummage sale.
So yeah, we'll show that a little bit later. But first I want to get through some of these big boxed items that we've got in front of us and get those out of the way. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Since we've done Skylanders, right? So
we were kind of like done. We were kind of like, yeah, it's good enough.
Yeah.
We've got the ones we want, but we didn't have a complete set.
Yeah.
So
there's a few that I want that I'm missing, and one of those is the complete original figures for the original game, Spyro's Adventure. And I have a bunch of them, you know, like the Series 2 for Giants, but I was trying to maybe get all of the original series. But first I'm focusing on the guys that never made it to the Giants or whatever, and so this is Voodooed. I think that this is the only time he's ever shown up. So I went ahead and grabbed him on Amazon. So that's for the original Spyro. And then for Swap Force, I wanted to collect all of the swappable characters, and I've got 15 out of 16 of them, and the other one's really hard to find. I saw them once used at a GameStop, but it didn't have the card, so I didn't want to buy it, because the last time I did that, I regretted it.
Yeah.
But I also was collecting these battle packs and adventure packs, and this is the last one. This is the Archean Crossbow battle pack. And so I grabbed this, so this completes the of those. Check that off. So I'm almost done with what I wanted from Swap Force. I just need one more guy, who they tell me isn't rare, but I've never. He's certainly not around here very much.
Which one is that? Do you remember the name?
It's Magna Charge.
Okay.
So yeah, I can't find Magna Charge anywhere. Okay, so why don't you tell us about the Amiibos?
Then we're not collecting Amiibos, but we got 3 more. So the new wave came out. Was it wave 4?
Yeah, something. Yeah, wave 4.
Wave 4 came out, and there were a few that were like, oh, that'd be kind of nice to have them. We're not like necessarily. We didn't really want the whole set, so that's okay. So I went to Target. Like, I didn't do anything. We didn't go out of our way for anything. And I dropped the kids off school, and I'm like, I'll just go check at this Target. It was a Target where we actually got Marth and Wii Fit Trainer. Yeah. Right? So we thought, oh, maybe, you know, maybe there'll be some hidden gems there. And I looked around, and they didn't have anything but the Splatoon girl and boy, which I guess is everywhere.
And not the triple pack.
And not the triple pack.
Yeah, we haven't seen the triple pack anywhere.
And so then I asked her, and she goes, oh, we just have Mario's left. And I was like, the silver Mario? I don't see it. She goes, oh, it'll be over there. And I looked around again, and I just saw in an end cap there was like a couple of them out of place. And so I got the silver Mario, which again, I guess is kind of still in a lot of places, so it's not that rare.
Yeah,
so it wasn't that.
Basically, if we have it,
there you go.
You can find it.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty readily.
Yeah, because we
don't pre-order or do anything like that.
So we got this, and then we got this, and then Amazon. No, not this one. Charizard, right? Is that how you?
Charizard. Yeah, we ordered it on Amazon. We ordered it
on Amazon because Amazon was releasing them like a half hour at a time. So I got in and got it, but then he ended up going to Best Buy that night, and because of the Gamers Club, we get 20% off. So we was able to buy it at Best Buy, and then we were able to cancel our Amazon order before it went through, like completed. So, and then this was there too, right?
Yeah. Interestingly, the Gamers Club Unlocked, which is 20% off, applies to Amiibos and Skylanders.
And Skylanders? Oh my God.
Yeah. So we got them for like $10 and something.
So yeah, kind of a good deal then.
So,
that way.
But they're everywhere. They're still everywhere. And we tried to get the other ones on Amazon. We were kind of watching them. Robin and Lucina.
Yeah.
Lucina or Lucina.
Yeah, I don't know. We tried to get them through that Amazon, but they were
gone. So unless we see them, we're not getting them.
That's okay.
So anyway, so we bought these 3 new from Wave 4. So pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I would like to get the Splatoon triple pack. And again, I'm hoping it's at Best Buy because
you get 20% off.
You get 20% off. Yeah. But Best Buy, the last time I checked, which was maybe yesterday, they still said coming soon, and it's been like a week for the Wave 4, so I don't know what's going on there. Okay, so that's it for the toys. As far as the games, I think it was it started off kind of slow, but I think it picked up. There's some good stuff in here, so let's just go through it in order. Melissa's brother was out visiting, and so he dropped off the Super Tennis. I mentioned I got the manual for this a little bit ago, but then he dropped off the cartridge, so I added that to my collection. So thank you, that's nice to have. And then we were out. In fact, we were out to go see Age of Ultron.
Oh, yeah.
And we were near a video game store, and I couldn't resist going in. Of course. And I picked up
oh yeah, I remember that now.
Wild Metal for the Dreamcast. I picked this up because it was in good shape and because it's by, I'm going to get the name, Rockstar. I almost said Rare. Rockstar. I've been kind of thinking, if I see a Dreamcast game or whatever, it seems interesting, I'll grab it. I don't know, I don't want to commit to trying for a complete collection, but I could see maybe buying up some. I've been buying some more lately just on a whim. I don't know anything about this game. I just grabbed it because it's by Rockstar and because it's a Dreamcast game and because it's in good shape and the cover art's pretty cool. So, Wild Metal. Tried it out. Seems pretty cool. So I grabbed that. And then while your brother was here, we went out thrift shopping.
Of course.
So we went to a pawn shop nearby and picked up. I picked up Astro Boy, the video game, for PSP. No real reason other than I think he was going to charge us. I think when we split up the price at the end of the day, I paid like $2 for this. And a $2 complete PSP game I'll buy. And I think I've heard good things about Astro Boy. Now maybe it's not this version, I don't really know, but what the heck. I'd never seen it before, so I grabbed it. And then I also grabbed at the same time Sid Meier's Pirates, which I think I have for another system, Xbox or something, but I don't know. I've heard good things about this game too, and it was complete and it was in good shape. So I added those to the PSP collection. Right now is a great time, I think, to pick up PSP games. They're kind of cheap. The GameStop near me has a constant buy two get one free sale on them. The problem is they're not taking in any new inventory, so they're all. I've pretty much picked them over. Last time I went, well, I'll talk about the last time I went because there's something else there. And then we continued thrift shopping at a thrift shop that I haven't been to in a while. It's a local one for us. I haven't been there in a while, and the guy, he had a whole bin. We asked him, he knows me there, and so he had a whole bin of manuals. And what ended up happening was he was going to sell us to $1 a piece. And Eric, your brother, had picked out like 10, and he said, "Well, I'll tell you what, I'll give you the whole bin for 20." And Eric, of course, negotiated it down to 15. So we got a whole bin of like 50-some manuals for $15. And then I grabbed 2 out of there that I wanted that he didn't, and that's Pac-Man for the NES, 10-gen. I figure at some point I'll get the 10-gen, all the 10-gen NES games. And then Klonoa for Game Boy Advance, just because it's a Klonoa, and I don't know if the Game Boy Advance games are worth anything, but I figured this is sort of it might be interesting to have the manual just in case I ever find it. I tend not to buy loose Game Boy Advance games. I like the box, but at this point that system's been dead for about 10 years. So the boxes are going to be really hard to come by. I may just have to go for...
They're not like Genesis boxes,
And I put them in DS cases anyway, so as long as I have the manual in the game, maybe that should be good. Maybe I'll have to lower my qualification for new Game Boy Advance games. Yeah. All right. Okay, so then also there, he brought out a box of old Sega Genesis sports games that he was going to sell at auction. But he hadn't done that yet, and so he had labeled them each $1. And I grabbed these 2 out of there. I grabbed Mario Lemieux Hockey, and I normally would never do this. I would never buy a Genesis game incomplete. I try not to do that. And I did because these are $1, and I figured even for the case. But I also like, these are like the original sort of first or second generation sports games for the Genesis, where they had sort of these celebrity or athlete endorsements on. So I have Arnold Palmer golf and I have Pat Riley basketball. So I grabbed Mario Lemieux hockey, and I also grabbed Tommy Lasorda baseball.
I hate Tommy Lasorda.
So this kind of goes with that set of those hockey, and this one also is incomplete. So this kind of goes with those set of first generation Genesis sports games. So maybe I don't know what the other ones are.
Yeah,
we'll probably be able to find them. Yeah. So grab those for $1 a piece. So that was pretty good.
Too bad they weren't in the bin of manuals.
Oh, we checked. Don't worry, we checked. Yeah.
No, I'm sure you did.
I've helped that guy out before, where I've looked through his inventory and then I've looked through his manuals, and I'm like, oh well, you have this game and you have this game, and so I matched up. In fact, the day we did that, I matched up one of his games and manuals. I said, oh, you have this game, so here, put the manual with the game. I don't know if he cares, but I care. I was like, match them up.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
All right, so then what did we do? So what happened? Oh, I remember.
I know.
Remember what this was? Yeah, talk about this one.
This was buy one, right?
Yeah.
Buy one, get one 50% off?
Buy one, get one 50% off.
At Best Buy or Amazon?
Yeah. And then it's stacked. It's stacked with Gamers Club.
20. Yes, and the Gamers Club. So the Gamers Club takes off 20%. Sorry.
Yeah, but it's stacked wrong. So
yeah.
it was one game was full price, one game was 50%, and then the Gamers Club is supposed to take 20% off of, well, whatever. But the way I would have assumed they did it was 20% off the half off price. So if the game was 40, it would have become 20, and then they take 20% off of that. But they didn't. They took 20% off the original price.
Yeah.
So these games became
22.
Basically, $40 games became $22 games.
Yeah, but then we saw somewhere on Twitter that this was like $12.99.
Yeah, somebody found that for 12, and it was in Canada though, so that doesn't count for us. We're not in Canada, so I don't consider those a big deal.
So what we got? The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D, which we hadn't gotten yet.
Which we've been waiting on.
Yep. And Codename Steam, because we've heard some good things about this. So
I figured I'd try it.
Yeah.
And again, these were $40 games that went to 22. They were for 22 each.
And then Ultimate NES Remix, which we've been waiting to get to.
Yeah, I've been playing that. That's the only one I've opened.
You like this?
That's the only one I've opened.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it reminds me of WarioWare. Maybe, I'm late to the party on this, but it reminds me of WarioWare.
Yeah.
Micro games for the GBA. That's the only WarioWare game I've played. It's all mini games.
Yeah. And then Mario Golf World Tour.
I figured it might be fun. Because it matched the price of the NES Remix, and I like the Mario Golf.
All right.
I figured it might be fun to play.
Fine.
Okay, so this came from the last time I went to GameStop. It was a PSP, buy two, get one free. And this game I got free because it was only $1. But what I did was they had a bunch of Madden games, and your brother is collecting the Madden games, so I grabbed two Madden games, and then I got this. So we'll split that price out. But Virtua Tennis, what the heck? Again, good shape. I paid less than $1 for it. So, so yeah.
And then we, along with your Amazon purchases over there.
Yeah, the Skylanders.
Skylanders, you saw this. And
I finally pulled the trigger on
XCOM.
Enemy Within. I've been looking for this game for a long time. I have Enemy. Oh shoot, I can't remember what it's called. Enemy Unknown. And it's Enemy Unknown.
Okay.
And I've been looking for this one, which has got really good reviews and maybe was superior, but I can never find it anywhere. Every time I go to a shop, I look for it and it's never there. Even like GameStop doesn't have it. And I wanted it for the 360, so I finally saw Amazon had it for like $20, so I grabbed it.
Okay. And then finally we got Splatoon.
Finally, yeah,
we pulled the trigger. We didn't really. We got the Gamers Club unlocked price.
Yeah.
But.
So I was out looking for Amiibo, getting those other Amiibos the day they launched and the day Splatoon launched, and I didn't pick up Splatoon. I'm like, I don't want to pay $60. I don't want to pay full price for this game. I'm sure it's interesting. I'll check it out, in a couple of months or whatever when the price goes down. But then we figured, you know what? So many people are playing it. So many people are talking about it, and it's online. And this is the time to enjoy it. And Nintendo games don't always go down in price that quickly. So we had Gamers Club Unlocked, which knocked off 20%, and then we had a reward zone. So I don't normally jump on games so quickly. I was interested in Splatoon, but because it's multiplayer and because it's sort of popular right now, we decided to go ahead and grab it.
Yep,
and so we played it.
I won my first match today online.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Well, just so you know, she just got online, though, right? You just created your Nintendo online.
Today. Yeah.
This was the first time.
I didn't even have a Nintendo online account, so yeah. But yeah, it's pretty cool, and the kids can watch us play it. So
that's true. The kids can watch us play it. They want us to play.
We can play it in front of you. Yes, the paint game is what I got.
So yeah.
So then I went to our church was having a rummage sale. And I was like, oh, I should maybe go to that. And so I was out. Oh, this was the day I went looking for the Amiibos. And I came back and it was just after 9 when the rummage sale opened. And I was like, I'll stop. It was on my way home. And I looked and first thing I saw was CDs. So I was looking there for TurboGrafx.
Yeah, I always check the CDs for Turbo games.
For Turbo games because they think they're CDs.
I've never found one that way, but other people have.
Yes, other people have. And so then I just started looking. I just went to this other table and I looked over and I looked to my left and I was like, oh. And I seriously did a double take and I'm like, that is a TurboGrafx 64. So 16? I saw it there, TurboGrafx 16, sorry. And it was in the styrofoam and I'm looking at it, and it has the turbo tap, and it has an extra controller, so 2 controllers. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so I'm like, well, does this work? I asked, and they're like, well, you could try it out. You plug it in over there. And I'm like, well, obviously you don't know about this.
Turbo, yeah, TurboGrafx doesn't have lights on it.
So
you have to hook it up to the TV.
Texted Eric, and I was like, you want another turbo? And he's like, well, how much is it? And I was like, well, it had tape over it, and the tape on it said eBay only, like save for eBay.
Save for eBay.
Save for eBay with exclamation marks. So the person who, you know, who donated it
at one point
was
understood its worth
yeah.
and figured they could sell it for a bunch on eBay.
So I was like, so I carried that around the whole store, the whole sale, and I was looking for turbo games. And I'm like, if there's a turbo system, there's gotta be games. Where's the games? And it came with Dungeon Explorer.
Dungeon Explorer.
Yeah,
yeah.
the card, just the card,
just
the original system. So I texted him. He's like, yeah, go ahead, let's take the chance. And I wasn't sure what the price was, and we thought, well, we'll take the chance because the money, you know, is donated anyway and stuff.
Goes to a good cause.
Yeah. So I never found any games, so I went up there and I said, well, how much? And she's like, well, I don't know, what about like 20? And I was like, okay, I'll take it for 20.
Yeah,
sure.
we'll take it for 20.
There you go.
I mean, she found it in the box. It was.
And yeah, and I didn't see the box at first, and I walked around, and then I came back, and I looked at, you know, was looking again, and underneath the table was the box, like shoved there, and
it's not in great
really
shape.
poor
It's in really
shape,
bad
and that's
shape.
probably why I didn't notice it at first, because it is really poor shape. But
it's all faded, as you can see.
So, but it's a box turbo
System
with
works.
turbo tab and an extra controller.
Yeah, and Dungeon Explorer.
And Dungeon Explorer, 20 bucks. So that's the first time we've seen it like in the wild like that.
I've never seen
any
never
turbo
seen it
stuff,
yeah.
right?
That's right.
Like I don't know if we've even seen games. We've never seen games in the wild. We haven't.
No.
You know, that's not like
I mean,
not at a store.
Unless you count Craigslist.
Yeah, but I would say garage selling. I would say any like flea market or garage sales or anything like that. Yeah. So that's my.
So yeah,
cool.
she gets the good hardware.
Yeah.
She was also the one who picked up a micro for $2.
Oh, that's right, $3.
Oh.
I picked up the Game Boy Micro.
Yeah. But you didn't tell about the guy who was, I don't know, we don't know if he was playing dumb or not.
Oh yeah.
He was like, oh, what have you got there?
Yeah, he was like, what is that? And I was like, oh, it's a video game system. You know, he's like, you know, like an Atari. I go, yeah, it's like TurboGrafx.
It's like an Atari, yeah.
Oh, my husband likes it. Oh, that's nice. I was like,
So
yeah, it is nice.
Yeah, so we don't know if he knew.
Or
if
if
he
he
knew what
was
it was, and if maybe he had the other games.
Mm-hmm. Or if he just like maybe he, you know, maybe he is aware, or I don't know. Whatever.
But anyway, yeah, box turbo works great. Cleaned it
Yeah.
up. 2 controllers, yeah. So
That's our.
so yeah, that was
I guess
it.
that's the highlight.
So that was a heck of a day. That was
Yeah.
a Friday when the Amiibos came out, and we got some Amiibos, and we got the turbo.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get Splatoon that day,
No.
but that was a heck of a
That would
day.
have really, you know, rounded up the day.
Yeah.
That's okay.
So that's
it.
the highlight of the May pickup,
Mm-hmm.
and those are all of the May pickups that we got. Yeah, I don't think there's
That's
anything
it.
else to say about it. Just some good stuff, rounding out the collection, and
We'll see what happens in June.
yeah.
It is Father's Day.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
Maybe.
true. Yeah, I'm hoping that there's something good coming out of E3,
So
right?
you can get something for Father's Day.
I keep making little predictions about what's going to go on with the PS4, and
Should we say?
they keep leaning.
We,
You can tell them if you want.
We
yeah.
bought a
I tweeted
PS4.
it.
We had rewards at 5% rewards at Target for prescriptions, and then I had the card, and then there was a cartwheel, 10% off cartwheel.
So yeah, we got 10%
So-
plus 5% plus 5%. It went down to $324.
Yeah, we bought it,
About $324, $325, so we bought it.
and then we had buyer's remorse.
And then, I realized, well, the price is really good. I've never seen it get that low, like pure cash, and it was the Last of Us bundle.
Mm-hmm.
So the price was really good, but then it occurred to me that they're probably going to announce a 1 terabyte or a bigger hard drive. And it seems foolish. I've always sort of had this rule not to buy hard drives, or not to buy hardware or consoles so close to E3
It was
because
within a month, right? Because it was just
it was just a couple
of
weeks ago.
So
So I try not to do that. And once I realized that there might be some announcements at E3, especially about a hard drive, I decided I needed to have a little patience, and so we returned it. And it seems like those that speculation may be coming true.
Yeah.
That there may be.
Sounds like there's some rumblings.
There's some rumblings about both a 1 terabyte for the PS4 and for the Xbox One. So I'm hoping that what they'll do is they'll take a 1 terabyte PS4 at 400 and drop the 500 gigabyte to 350, and or maybe even 330. Sony's been known to do that, and try to clear those out of the channel. Though I have heard they've created a new SKU with 500. So I'm betting they'll release they'll announce a 1 terabyte at $400, and so we'll see how that goes, and then maybe if we can get a couple of coupons to stack again, we'll get a PS4 in the next couple of months. Yeah. So looking forward to that. And in the meantime, now we've got a few turbos that we can play.
What does this make for?
It makes I've owned 4 total.
Oh yeah.
I can't believe that I've owned 4 in the last 2.5 years or so. I've owned 4, and I never owned any in the 20 years before.
Yeah.
But I gave or sold one to your brother.
Yeah, that's right.
So this is the 3rd one I've got. And the second boxed one, although this box barely counts. All right.
Anyway.
So that's good enough for me.
All right.
All right, so thanks for watching.
If you enjoyed the video, like us and subscribe.